I will tell you from the start that this video is a self-serving one. Some stuff has shown up here at the house that I'm really excited about, and so I wanted to do this video so that I could show you these books and then put them on the wall behind me for a future video. So definitely self-serving. I will tell you, however, for indulging me, I will give one of you a chance to win something really cool. At least I think that it's cool, and it's free, and you're already watching the video, so you might as well endure until the end. I will also mention that a gift has shown up here at the house that actually fits in with the theme of what I wanted this video to be, so it is all working out. The very first book that I want to show you is this one right here. It is Marcus issue number 1, cover A. This was sent in to CBCS. Technically, it was handed over to CBCS at New York Comic Con. It came back a 9.8 with white pages. It has the yellow label, which means that it's signed, and it's actually been signed 3 times by myself, the writer, Scott, and also by the letterer, Beth. Unfortunately, the signatures on this one were smudged, but it is what it is. It still looks awesome. While at New York Comic Con, I had a chance to actually see this new label, and I actually told the guys while I was there that as nice as the label was, they were not going to make everyone happy with the design. So a lot of folks have been saying you need to change the label. They changed the label, and people are reacting to that. I think that the label looks great. I will tell you that. The next one up is another copy of Marcus issue number 1, also from Swoldier Publishing, my publishing company. And these signatures too were smudged. It is what it is. 9.8 white pages. This is cover B, the black and white cover. I also have to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to Blue Chip Comic. They took out an ad on the back side of Marcus, putting me in the position to be able to release this issue. So I'm very thankful for their support. I think the ad turned out incredibly well. So huge shout out to those guys. If you haven't checked out Nico and crew, I recommend that you do so. Next up, Isolation issue number 1. This is the foil cover that was released at New York Comic Con, 9.8 with white pages. And what's great about this one, in addition to it being foil, is that the signatures did not smudge on this one. So I'm pleased about that. This one was signed by Doug and Beth and also myself, and again, turned out incredibly well. Next up, we have one more Isolation book. This one, honestly, is a little bit of a disappointment. It is potentially my favorite cover out of all of the covers that we've done for Isolation, but it's a little bit of a disappointment. It received a 9.6 from CBCS. I think it's because there are some production defects in the cover of this, a couple of scratches that run across. I thought that they would still give me a 9.8, but it is what it is. Again, signatures didn't smudge on this one either, so that's definitely a cool thing. I will also mention that I should, by the time this video is released, have uploaded a couple of copies of the foil cover to SwoldierPublishing.com. So if you are interested in getting one of the foil covers, you should be able to find them there. We only printed 40 of each one of the issues. So 40 of issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each one comes with a certificate of authenticity. So check that out if you have a chance. The gift that showed up here that fits in with that actually came from Jaff Comics NPA. They sent me Marcus issue number 1. This was an exclusive cover that Jaff Comics took out for Marcus. I did not have a copy of this. We actually sent all of the copies directly to Jaff because they purchased them. I did not retain a single copy, but this showed up from the owner yesterday. So I'm definitely pumped about that. This one it's a dope cover. This one is actually signed by Scott up at the top and Tom down at the bottom. Tom did the artwork for this one, and it is striking. I saw this digitally and was blown away, and it's a whole nother ball game to actually see it in person. I do believe that these are still available at Jaff Comics, so you may want to check them out. Marcus also is available on SwoldierPublishing.com, the exclusive only at Jaff Comics. As I mentioned, for indulging me, I want to give you guys a chance to win some awesome comics. Every single month, sometimes a couple of times a month, I receive bundles of books from Skybound. And yesterday was no different. A bunch of books actually showed up here at the house, and I'm going to give them away. So Our Bones Dust. Issue number 1 is one of the books that showed up. Bloodrick issue number 1 is another comic that showed up. Crave came in here, and I don't know what this book is about, but looking at that cover, it might tell us a little something. Whatever you do, don't use the Crave app, is what it says on a sticky note on the back. Clearly, using that app can put you in interesting situations. I will say no more about that. Holy Roller is the last one that came in. I have no clue what this one is about, but there is a guy holding a bowling ball, so I'm guessing it is bowling ball adjacent. Yeah, there is some bowling in here, and the artwork looks pretty solid. It's a pretty solid artwork, so you guys may enjoy this. So those are just some of the books that showed up yesterday, but I also have copies of Walking Dead, Creep Show, and some other stuff. I'm going to put together a bundle of about 10 books, and I'm going to randomly pick somebody in the next week to receive a bundle of new books from Skybound Image. And so all you have to do is to comment on the video. Leave a comment behind. I will randomly pick someone in a week. And maybe if I'm getting frisky, if there's enough comments, I will select 2 people to give this stuff away to. So definitely leave a comment behind. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you to do so. And if you want to reach out to me, you can do that as well on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that it's time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combination.